Good morning, Rosemary, and thank you for joining us on Queen TV this morning and offering to do this workshop entitled Breath Fit. Just a couple of quick questions. So can you quickly describe what you'll be doing?
Okay, so I'm a biodynamic breath worker and trauma release practitioner, and also a Qigong teacher and a body worker. But obviously, at the moment, there's no body work going on. So today, rather than doing a full biodynamic breathwork session, I'm going to give them, everybody who's here, a little taster of different types of breathing and movement that they can do themselves at home afterwards as well. So the format today will be some easy breath techniques and movement. We're going to do some shaking. We're going to do a little bit of Qigong as well, because I think that's really helpful. And some unwinding. So most people might not know what that is. But because we're so busy and in our head so much, it's really important to get into the physicality, into the body, and feel into the physical body, and come out of the head. So that's basically what I'm going to offer everybody today. And each week I'll sort of expand on that, and we can do a bit more. And maybe as time goes on, we will get to do some actual full biodynamic breathwork session. But it needs to be very gentle. So we're starting nice and gently today.
Okay, thank you so much. The second question is about how long will it take?
We'll probably about 45 minutes, I think, would be. We'll be working together today and breathing, moving.
Okay, thank you very much. I will hand over to you now, and I will come back at the end of the session.
Okay, thank you, Graham. Hello, everybody. As I just said there to Graham, this is about getting out of our heads and into our physical bodies. So just want to make sure that you're all comfortable sitting where you are. So you have a choice. You can sit on the floor as I am, or if it's more comfortable for you and it's easier, you can sit in a chair. We will be standing up for part of the session as well. So just make sure you have a little bit of room around you and that you can actually stand. If it's difficult to stand, then of course you can stay in a seated position and do what we're doing from seated. So basically, we're working with the breath, and with biodynamic breath work and trauma release, which is my main thing, is we use 6 different elements. So I just want to explain to you that what we'll be doing during the sessions. So we'll be using the breath, which is very important, first of all, especially in this time during this lockdown and when everybody's in a state of stress. And the breath, we're holding our breath a lot more than we ever did before. And when we go into that state of anxiety or tension or fear or anger, the first thing we do is we tighten up the body and we hold the breath, right? And more we keep doing this. And this stops the flow of energy through our bodies. There's also a lot of stagnation with that, and that's why I'm going to do some Qigong, where we're starting to actually help the flow of energy through our physicality. The next part of it is movement, because movement's very important to all of us. A lot of people are maybe still sitting at a desk at home all day, or others of them are just sitting there and not being able to move. We're in that state of freeze. So what happens then is all the fascia gets really tight in the physicality, and so we want to move that. We want to move the energy through our bodies, move the tension that's in our bodies, and that allows us to be able to breathe more deeply as well. And we're going to use some sound. If you're able to use the sound, and sound is a vibration, and everything is vibration in the universe. So actually using sound to help us move through and any stuckness that we're feeling, sound is really important. And touch, obviously I can't touch you right now, but you can actually touch yourself and feel your own body. So that's really another important element. The other one is meditation. So part of this will be meditative and emotional release. So sometimes when we start to move, we start to shake, we actually move that energy, all those emotions that are stuck in our physical bodies. And so there might be some emotion arise, and that's all great. If it comes out, then that's fine. So the first thing I'd like to do is I just want to bring you into this moment right now. So I'd like you to just either close your eyes, get into a comfortable position first of all, sit or on the floor or on your chair, or wherever you're comfortable. And I'd like you just to gently close the eyes. If it's too difficult to close your eyes, then maybe you can just have a soft gaze or look down towards the floor. And just have your hands resting on your lap or on your knees. And softly close your eyes for me. And now I want you to just become aware of your breath. It's that breath coming in through your nose. As the breath comes in, what does it feel like? Don't want you to change it. Don't want you to judge it. Just want you to be exactly where you are. Taking your breath in through the nose, or it could be in through the mouth. And just feel that breath as it comes in the nose. And observe it. Is it cold? Is it warm? As it hits the inside of the nose and the nostrils. Coming down, maybe hitting the back of your throat, you can feel it, the breath. And where does it go when it goes down as you take that breath in? Where can you feel it in your body? Maybe your chest is moving slightly, or maybe your tummy, or even your shoulders, or maybe nothing's moving at all. That's fine too. You're just observing where it's going and what's happening. So staying with the breath right now. Just watch it as it comes in and comes out. And what's happening to the breath? Is it slow? Or is the breath moving quite quickly? Is it flowing gently? Or is it nice and smooth? Or is it a bit jagged? Where can you feel that breath? What are the sensations as you feel the breath, observe the breath, watch the breath? Keep following it. Keep observing it. No changing. Just allowing. Right now you're being breathed. The breath is breathing you. And it happens all day, every day. Just becoming aware of the breath. Where is it now? Is the breath in longer than the breath out, or vice versa? Has it changed since we started? How far does it go? Is it just in the upper part of the body? Or is it going all the way down into the belly? As it comes in through the nostrils, is it feeling warm or is it feeling cool? something that's with us all the time, and we can always come back to the breath. And when our head gets busy and our mind starts to really wander, just coming back to the breath as it comes in through the nose and into our bodies, brings us back into this moment. The first thing we do when we arrive here on this planet is we take a breath. That it brings us down to here. And the last thing we do when we leave is breathe out our last breath. We are the breath. Just keep following it. Is it like a wave now or something else? As it flows in and out. And now I want you to consciously take breath. Nice breath in through the nose, filling up your belly, filling up your chest. As you breathe out, letting the chest relax, and letting the belly relax. And we're beginning to consciously breathe now. So we're in charge of the breath. So we're going to breathe in and breathe out. Each breath in, you want to put your hands on your belly, breathing into your belly and breathing out. Making that breath longer and larger. Slowly breathing in and breathing out. As you breathe out, you can breathe out through the nose or you can breathe out through the mouth. And breathing out. Fill up the belly, and as you breathe in, then start to fill up the chest area as well. And breathing out. Allow the chest to relax, and then the belly to relax. And feel the belly expand as you breathe in. Really let the belly come out as you breathe in, and then breathing out. Start to make that breath a little bit longer and a little bit bigger if you can. As you breathe into the belly, then you breathe into the chest, and then even breathe in into the tops of just by your shoulders, by your collarbone, and breathing out. So you're starting to move the body a little bit now. So you breathe in the belly, breathe in the chest, breathe into the collarbone, and then breathe out. And again. And breathing out. Breathing in, filling up the belly, filling up the chest, filling up into the collarbone, allowing your body to come forward a little bit, maybe even lifting the head slightly so you can really breathe into the collarbone and then breathing out. And don't worry if it's difficult to do, just do what you can, it's fine. Each little breath and more breath you get into the body, the better. All of this is going to help to bring you into your body, also focus your mind. So right now, if you've been following me, just keep your breathing going as I'm talking. As you've been following me, you've been just focused on your breathing, on your body, on the movement. Each breath out, you can breathe out through your mouth. And your out breath can be a little bit longer than your in breath. But if it's not, that's okay too. There's no wrong and right way here. It's just following the breath, consciously breathing in, breathing into the belly, breathing into the chest, breathing into the collarbone. And as you release, just letting the shoulders relax again, letting the chest relax, letting the belly back in. And once more. This time we're going to breathe in, but as we breathe out with that sigh, that's the other thing. You can relax now for a minute. As you're breathing, when we are feeling tense or feeling dangers occurring, or we're going into fear, or we're going into any sadness or grief or any of those emotions, what we do is we tend to tighten everything up so that we have a shallow breath. And most of us right now are shallow breathing a lot. And we're not getting that energy, that we're not opening up the lungs. All right, the lungs are very important during this time of COVID-19. So we want to improve the lungs if we can, and help the lungs to be stronger. And so all this, extra breathing, conscious breath, or even just the first one where it was just breath awareness, it's just again bringing us back to the breath. And when we start to do the conscious breath, where we're actually doing the breathing in and out, we're really helping the lungs to expand, to allow more oxygen into our bodies, to allow more nutrients into our bodies, to allow the energy to flow more easily. In Chinese medicine, they say that, illness occurs when the qi becomes stagnant. And the qi is our life force, which is our breath. And so if we're doing more breathing and we're allowing the energy to move and flow through our bodies a bit better, we won't have that stagnancy. And it's like, if there's we come across a river and there's an area or that is not moving, after a while it becomes stagnant and smelly and full of flies and all sorts of things if it's stuck and it's stagnant in an area. Whereas if it's moving, it's clean, it's washed away, everything's moving. So our breath and what we're doing today, and that you can do yourselves with just that conscious breathing in and out through the belly, moving the body, really helps to get rid of that stagnancy, to actually get that energy moving, that qi moving, that breath moving through our physicality. And it keeps us in our bodies rather than being in our heads all the time, just following the breath. An interesting point that I think is I'd like to share with you as well is that, did you know that 70% of the toxins in our bodies are released through the breath? Interesting, isn't it? So being able to breathe and being conscious of our breathing really helps to release all the toxins and the negativity and the tension and stuckness in our bodies, along with movement. So now I'd like to bring you into a little bit of movement, because I think that's really important. So if you can, and you're able to stand, we're going to do a shake. And that really helps to get things moving. Now I'm coming closer to the screen because I want to share. I'm going to put on some music to help us. Just bear with me a second. If I can find it. Technology and me are not always the best of friends. I'm not sure if I can actually. No, I don't think I can. I'm sorry. I think it's because it's not my screen. Okay, so we'll have to do without music. That's okay. So, if you'd all like to stand up for me, and I'll just see if you can see me on the screen, because that's really important. All right, so we're going to just, if you want to come to stand now, we're going to just bring hips, feet about hips width apart, and we're going to really feel our feet into the ground. So if you want to just come a little bit forward into your toes and then back into your heels and sort of settle in between the two. And knees are going to be soft during this as well. Arms are relaxed, shoulders are down, and just shake out the arms a little bit and the head. All right, so we're going to start by just shaking from the core, shaking from right in the core here. And we're going to bend the knees and bounce slightly, but we're not moving the feet off the floor, so the feet stay static. We're going to feel the floor and really push into our heels and bend our knees. So I'm just going to start by shaking from our bellies and allowing that shake to just come up through our bodies. So as we start to shake, we're just going to shake right through our bodies, allowing the shake to come all the way down the arms. Then our fingers start to shake as if we're just sort of shaking water off our fingers. Just let the shake come by itself, just bouncing from the knees, allowing the shake to come. Bit by bit, getting a bit stronger, allowing that shake to come. Allowing the shoulders to let go, moving the head to let go, shaking hands. Allow the mouth to hang open so there's no tension in the jaw. You can have your eyes open or your eyes soft. Just if you can, close your eyes or bring them down to the floor, so that you're just focusing inwards into the body, feeling that shake coming through your body. Allow the mouth open and just the breath to come out as it wants to, as the shake shakes the breath. This is a bit easier when we've got some music playing to allow the shake to come. Today, we haven't. Maybe we'll sort it out for next time. Really let that shake come all the way up into the chest area. Allow the chest to go. Allow the shoulders to shake. Allow the hands to shake, the arms to shake. Allow the head to shake. And imagine that you're just like through your spine. Imagine it's like a snake. So just come to the side, allowing the shake to just come all the way up your body. Where do we hold all that tension? We hold a lot of tension in our shoulders. So shake out the shoulders. Letting the head come into it. Keep shaking or keep bending the knees, allowing that shake to come all the way up the body. Now, if you want to imagine that there's a little big little blob stuck on your right middle finger, and you want to shake it off. So really shake that hand, shake the arm, shake that blob off. Really shake it, letting the breath come. And it's shaking off that arm, shaking off that finger, and it's now stuck onto your left middle finger. So shaking that hand, shaking that arm all the way up to your shoulder. Shake it out, let the body shake. You want to shake that blob off, shake it off. Now it's hopped onto your right shoulder. So shaking out the shoulder. And it's hopped onto your left shoulder. Shaking out the left shoulder. come off there. It's onto the back of your neck, top of your neck. So shake out those shoulders, shake it off your neck, shake it. And it's on your nose. So shake out your head, shake it off your nose. And now it's jumped onto your belly. Just shake it from your belly. Just let the belly hang out. Shake it, shake it, shake it. That's it, shake it out. And it's hopped onto your butt. So shake out the butt, let it all hang out. Let your breath come. And if you feel like you want to make any sound, then let the sound come. And it's on your right knee now. So shake out your right knee. You can keep your toes on the floor. Shake out your leg and the right knee if you can. And the other one. It's moved on to the left knee. Great, and the blob's gone. So come back into the shake. Make sure your feet are about still hip width apart, keeping your feet firmly on the ground and shaking from your knees. Let that shake come all the way up into your chest. And letting the head move, let the shoulders move. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Hands, the arms. Okay, I'm coming to stillness. And now just observe what's going on in your body right now. What's happening? What can you feel in your body? Do you feel any tingling? Where is the tingling for you right now? I'm feeling it in all my fingers and all the way up my arms. Feeling in the front of my thighs, butt, my shoulders, my head. Take a deep breath in. Let go. I want you to really sigh out with the breath. Let go of those shoulders, let go of the head. And just stay with the feeling and sensations in your body, the felt sense. Everything's moving. You're alive. You can feel all the aliveness. Every cell is moving. All those cells are smiling, saying, thank you for moving me. Thank you for allowing me to just move again. You're moving your lymph system, which is your clearinghouse. Your circulation is moving faster, feeding your body with more oxygen all over your body. After all that breathing out, you're clearing out your lungs, allowing more toxins to come out. Great. Come to sitting for me again. I just need to move the screen so you can make sure you can see me. How does that feel? Technology. Great. All right then. So come back into a nice comfortable position again for a few moments. And just let's come back to observing the breath right now again. Just observing that breath as it comes in through the nose. What is the quality of the breath now compared to when we started? Where is the breath going now? Is it moving more around your body? Can you feel it more now? Yes, I can. Staying with the breath. Watch where it is right now. Is it going all the way? Is it going further than it did before? Is there more aliveness, or is it quieter? You feel the breath in more areas. Is the breath coming in longer or shorter than the breath going out? Maybe it's a bit faster because you've just been doing some movement. Or maybe it's even slowed down because you've been doing some movement. Is it deeper, longer, or is it shorter? Where is it in your body? Where is it going? Can you feel it down into your belly? Maybe even into your ribs. Maybe down your arms. Just watch the breath. Don't change it. Don't judge it. Just observe it. Okay. You want to come back into the room to me again? How do we feel right now? Feel more in our bodies? Feel a bit of aliveness running through us? This exercise, the shaking, is really helpful right now because it's helpful all the time actually. But when we get very tight, when we get very fearful, when we're stuck in our thoughts and we're in that repetitive monkey mind, or something has triggered us, you know, we're stuck together in our houses a lot right now, and so much easier to be triggered by those around us. Or if we're on our own and we're in our head more, we can stay in there. It's so easy to stay up there in this craziness, isn't it? So when we acknowledge that, or when we notice that, like just going into a room by ourselves and shaking out the body, shaking out that that frustration, that anger, that whatever the feeling is, you know, for 5 minutes. I mean, if you want, I can send you some music, but if you can find a piece of music that you really like and you just shake your body out, instead of wah to somebody, go and wah by yourself. The shaking is really good to get things moving. Or if we're feeling really closed in and tight, I know it's difficult, but sometimes just to shake the body out is really, really powerful and really, really helpful, and it changes everything. It's like, what do we do in our physical body when we're feeling upset or triggered or annoyed or fearful, is that we tend to close in, we close down everything, and we come forward. Our shoulders come forward, our chest retracts. And if we stay like that, if you stay like that for a few moments even, it brings you down. It's not a good feeling when we're closed in like this and all tight. Whereas if we open the body up and we expand the arms, I mean, I can remember being told that, you know, before an interview, before meeting somebody, or having to do something that we're a little bit fearful about, to actually open up our arms and stretch out like this. So if you want to do this with me, it changes how we feel. Yeah. If something amazing happens, what do? We go, yes, yes. So if we do this, it's really helpful. Take a deep breath. Yeah. So going from this feeling to this feeling, it can change how we feel. It changes how you feel. It's what we do automatically. If we're feeling good or we're feeling bad, we close in when we're not feeling good. We expand when we're feeling good. So by actually physically doing it when we're not feeling good, when we want to change something and our feelings, we can just use those tools, that our body, to make the change, to make a small change. All right, so I'd like to now move on and do a little bit of Qigong with you. Qigong is comes from China, traditional Chinese medicine. Qi meaning energy and breath and life force, and gong, which is like the enhancement of it, which is like really taking it in and actually using it. So there's just a couple of, some of you might have done it before. We're just going to do a few movements that are really helpful. In China, some of you might not have heard of Qigong, but you'll have maybe heard of Tai Chi. Tai Chi is a whole form of different movements all flowing into one. I teach Qigong because it's like individual movements rather than the whole form. And each of those movements you can use to just move the energy through your body. So the first thing I'd like you to do is just to bring your hands together and rub them really strongly for a few minutes. Keep rubbing them, getting that energy flow, heating up those hands. Keep going. Good shoulder work, good arm work this. Okay. And now I want you to just separate the arms. Just let the shoulders relax. Separate the arms. You'll start to feel some tingling between the hands. And then I want you to very, very slowly just move the hands tiny little bit in and out. Very, very small. Keep coming in and out, but each time coming in a little bit closer until you, this is really slow, really, really slowly. So, tenth of an inch of a centimeter in and out, a centimeter in and out, until you start to feel a resistance between your hands. For some it might be, ooh, I can feel that now. For some it might be your hands might be closer, for some your hands might be further away. See if you can just feel that as you're breathing. Hopefully you're starting to feel that tiny resistance between your hands. That is your energy, that is the Qi, that's the life force energy. It's the energy field. It's cool when you actually do feel it. I hope that you all have, you are. You can feel that energy. Usually I can ask people if they have, but I can't today. Okay, just bring that into your heart and just take a few deep breaths into your heart. In through your nose and out through your mouth. And while we're here, I'm just going to give you another little breath and meditation exercise, which is called heart math. And so we're going to breathe in for the count, keeping your hands on your heart. We're going to breathe in the count of 5 or 6, whichever is most suitable for your breath. We're going to breathe in for 5 and out 5. Really breathing into your heart. Imagine you're breathing into your heart, your beautiful heart, in the center of your chest. This is very powerful. It's a very powerful little exercise. Breath, and breathing into the heart and out of the heart. It brings us into a state of coherence. So you can do this for 3 to 5 minutes. Anytime that you're feeling overawed, anytime you're feeling anxious, just to breathe in and out of your heart helps to calm your whole body. Again, brings you out of your head and into your heart. Count of 5 or 6 in and a count of 5 or 6 out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going. Stay with the heart, stay with the breath, stay with the movement. You're doing good. Keep bringing yourself back to the breath, back to the heart, back to the counting. Okay, and open your eyes. Great. So now we're going to do a couple of, time is running by actually. We're going to do a couple of Qigong moves. So again, I'd like you to stand up for me. Let's see if you can see me. Oops, you can't see my head. All right. So we're going to do 2 Qigong moves today. And the first one is called lifting water. So if you want to, again, bring your feet just slightly wider than hip width apart. Have your knees soft, always have your knees soft. Right, tailbone tucked under. So I'm going to come to the side, so you tuck your tailbone under slightly. Your shoulders are up and relaxed and down. Your chin is tucked in. And your arms are by your sides. So the arms are not stuck to the side. Right, so imagine you've got like little soft squidgy balls underneath your arms. So they're just hanging out to the side. And just standing in this position with the knees soft, I want you to bring your attention to the soles of your feet. And underneath the soles of your feet, right in the center, is the Ruchi point, which is called the bubbling spring. It's actually a kidney point. And imagine that you've got roots growing down into the earth. Imagine those roots just growing down into the earth, connecting you to the earth. All the way down through the soil, helping you to feel more grounded. So, the first exercise, or the first one we're going to do, is called lifting water, and it's one of the main, it's one of the most used, probably, Qigong moves. They also use in Tai Chi. So I will show you the move. You can listen to me and watch. So you're going to lift your arms. Imagine that you've got little strings which are pulling you up like a puppet. So you're not actually really doing it. It's just doing it itself. And as you bring your arms up, they're just floating up as you breathe in. Going up to about chest height. And then as you start to breathe out, you're going to bend your elbows, bend your wrists, and let the fingers come down last. Breathe out. And as you're about to breathe in again, you start to allow the arms to float up to chest height. Bend the elbows as you're starting to breathe out, and let the hands come down. This is a very slow movement. You're really slowing down your breath here, so really slow the breath down. You can choose to breathe out through the mouth or breathe out through the nose. As you're starting to breathe in again, moving at your own breath, nice, slow, deep breaths. Bending the elbows and bending the wrists. Keeping the knees soft. Bend the elbows, bend the wrists, and the hands come down last. Nice, slow breaths. Really slow it down. So move with your own breath. Movement in is as you're coming up, just allowing the arms to float up. Relax the shoulders. And as you come down, slowly breathing out, breathing in. And again, breathing. And breathing out. And one more. Breathing in. And breathing out. Bring your hands onto your dantian, excuse me, which is just about 3 inches below your belly button. Just with one hand on top of the other. Allow your knees to soften, allow your shoulders to relax, keep the chin tucked in, and the pelvis tucked in. And take another breath. Okay, is our time nearly up? I'm running out of time. Okay, so that was just one little move from Qigong today. I've given you lots of different breathing exercises that you can do. So please try them at home. I think Graham is actually, you're recording this, Graham, so people can watch it. So if you want to watch it again, you're very welcome to. Anybody got any questions you want to ask me, that's great. And I look forward to seeing you again next week. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you so much, Rosemary.
You're welcome. I hope